Hello, lovely people. Welcome. Thank you for joining Empowerment Network, and much love to someone who's joining us either today, accidentally, or sometime in future. Don't go. Stay tuned. We discuss very interesting, life-changing stuff on this platform. Welcome, Jeffrey.
Hey, good day to you. Thank you for having me, Comfort. I'm excited.
Sure, as usual, we're happy. And of course, Andy, welcome, bros.
Hello.
Woo. Welcome. So, Jeffrey, today we discuss the big picture. What is that? Start painting right now.
Well, you know what? The big picture to me, when you say what's the big picture, you're not just looking at ONPASSIVE, but you're looking at businesses globally, right? The economics of business globally, and where does ONPASSIVE fit into that? And that's what, man, I'll tell you what, I get excited when I start thinking about that, because you start talking about that. There's no way to avoid digital transformation, and there's no way to avoid what the pillars are. And I've seemed to have been on this pillar kick for about 2 weeks now, right? Because what we need to do is realize there's a lot of different philosophies that are integrating into what we now call successful businesses. 3 of those are technological, but there's also 3 other ones that are more human centric, right? And that talks and bespeaks like the heart of ONPASSIVE. So obviously the first technological one that's being integrated into businesses as we see them today, as they move forward, it's got to be AI. I mean, that is, man, I mean, everything is huge into AI. AI has transformed business operations by quite simply enabling very rapid analysis of vast data sets, by automating repetitive tasking, these robots and autonomy that we talk about, and the automation that we've talked about with ours in ONPASSIVE, and providing through machine learning the actionable insights that inform strategic decision making throughout all the companies. Now, I'm not going to get into that a lot, but another one is cloud computing. We know about that. We've heard about that. We're involved in that. And it's basically that we have cloud infrastructure and services that have enabled businesses globally to operate with a lot greater flexibility, a lot more scalability, and they bring in collaboration. And all 3 of those topics are key to every which way that ONPASSIVE, and Ash in particular, talks. So, I mean, that's going to be huge. And then the third technological pillar, if you will, is the IoT. That can't be understated because it enables seamless connections between the devices, allowing for real-time communication and data exchange. And boom, there you go. I mean, we can touch on all of those and talk about that, talk about data. You can also go into the integrating philosophies that are also being brought into business and have been brought into and modeled by ONPASSIVE. And by that, I'm talking about these heart-centered things. When you start talking about putting empathy and understanding at the core of product development and customer service, right? That's where we're at. That's all of it. Then you're also talking about, and Ash has talked about this, corporate responsibility, social responsibility at the corporate level, right? Just referring to businesses' voluntary efforts to promote social, environmental, and economic stability. So that's huge. And every one of these, including the third one here, which is, you've heard of conscious business or conscious capitalism. This is a business philosophy that wants to elevate capitalism beyond solely maximizing profits. And we said how many times, ONPASSIVE is not just about products and profits. It's about the human heart and integrating that. So boom, we can open that up and talk about it all day long. How's that?
I know. Thank you, Jeffrey. So I just hand it over to Andy, please. So
I'm going to take it a totally different route. Jeffrey is extremely eloquent in the way he explains things, but I'm going to look at it from a slightly different perspective, because we are all part of ONPASSIVE because we wanted to build a business, yeah, and there were originally 1.4 million early birds. Yeah, and there are around about 3 million odd odd customers, something like that. So, and we're now customers, obviously. But out of that 3 million, there are 1 million that have purchased OConnect right now. And there are more that want to purchase OConnect. And for us as business owners, because that's what we are affiliates within ONPASSIVE now. So let's look at it from that angle, from that perspective. So we know very shortly that there will be a domain coming out. Currently, we know the number of products that we have, but we're looking at further products coming out over the course of the next, couple of years and onwards. And these may not just be digital products; they may well be physical as well. But let's just take the digital for now. So, if we look at it from the perspective of the position that we have as an affiliate, we'll have a website designed for us. Yeah. So once our domain is released, these websites will start to create for us an online or a digital shop. Yeah. And this shop will incorporate the various products that ONPASSIVE has, whether that be paid products if you've paid for them, and obviously all of the free products. And the company is looking to drive traffic to those websites for us in order for us to be able to build our business. But let's look at the bigger picture from the point of view of we currently have 1 million paid customers. Yeah, we have 6 billion odd people that have internet access, and I don't even know the number of companies that are involved with utilizing just a few of the products that we have. But let's say, for argument's sake, that there is another 100 million companies that across the globe that use the products that we have, software as a service. So if at the end of this year, and obviously the concentration for the company is now going to be providing traffic to bring customers in, and they all have to fall under an original founder or original early bird, you could say. But let's say at the end of the first year, we've got 50 million customers all told. We know there's lots of customers waiting in the wings to take the new commercial product of OConnect, and there will be an awful lot more as soon as this thing goes viral. We know that as a fact. So they've been gearing up to be able to take on millions and millions of customers, and we could get to 1 million customers a day. Yeah, there's nothing to say that we couldn't. That's a phenomenal number of customers, but we are 1 million. So if we go into, we get 50 odd million, we're in the top 2%. So from a big picture point of view, what would that do to your business? Yeah, this is a phenomenal opportunity, and every single product that is released becomes an additional income stream. So if you've got 10 paid products in ONPASSIVE over the course of the next 6 months, you've got 10 income streams. So that one customer that you took on goes, oh, I like that one, I'll pay for that. Oh, I like that one, I'll pay for that one. Oh, I like that one, I'll pay for that. So he could have, or they could have, 5 products. And if each of those products, those customers are paying, let's call it $500 in total for those 5 products. And your commission is 25% of that. That's one customer. Yeah, one customer. So do the math. This is simple mathematics, really. But the big picture is look at the possibilities and the probabilities of what will happen over a relatively short period of time. Now, we've we've been along this in this journey of development, some for 5 years, like Jeffrey, not quite so long for me, but nearly. But the fact of the matter is that we've stayed the course because we understand what's going on. And unfortunately, there are an awful lot of guys that are in or part of ONPASSIVE as affiliates that still don't understand that. And that's a shame. So the object of the exercise is, look, guys, he's built a business for us with his team, and they are magnificent. And with the objective being to help every single person that has never made money online actually make money. So that's my take on it, Comfort.
Oh my God, that was powerful, guys. I think you came really prepared for everyone today. So thank you, Jeffrey and Andy. And why I brought up this topic is because for a couple of days now, Jeffrey, so many people are like kind of long face. Oh my God, I wish we would have been talking apples now and stuff. But then when we listen to what you just said and listen to what Andy has said, and so much that I'm expecting people to contribute in the chat section, then guys, just paint your own. What is the big picture in your own eyes, knowing what unpassive is? Because it's we've never seen a thing like this before. Because for me, I come from a very layman perspective, because you know how anybody else will get it. The big picture to me here is just that hands-free life, Jeffrey. In my life, there are places I ever thought that, oh my God, I wish I could ever go here, visit this and that there. I wish I could ever do this and that and that and that and that. But here is that time. And sometimes you need to get even a bit personal, like selfish, so that you see the big picture really well. You know, when you think about, because I think mankind has, every human being has that good part of them, like I would say, you know. But then when you think about it, the joy that all of us have here, those who have gotten the whole thing about unpassive, we are not about getting the money out, buy this car, even though buying the car is not an issue because you can afford it. Everybody is planning how they're going to help someone. Why? Because the big picture is here is that fact that blessed is the hand that giveth than the one that taketh. So just giving and blessing people and changing lives, and in making it changes even your own life. It gives you even a longer lifespan. There's a lot, just so much. Looking at the big picture is quite big, and I don't know, but then Jeffrey, we just want to have a random discussion. I hope I'm using a polite word here, and address anybody. Address the because there are people too, Jeffrey, who have heard about unpassive since 2018. They think that we're maniacs. They think that there's something definitely wrong. We're chasing shadows. So we're not begging or forcing people to join. However, for the sake of humanity, we still want people to know about this opportunity. So I just let it free, Jeffrey. Whatever you have, whether to continue from earlier on or to add to what Andy has said, it's all up to you.
Let me see if I can get a good mix between the two, because I think when I opened up in the big picture, to me, I'm flying at 60,000 feet looking down, and Andy kind of reeled me in a bit. He's flying at about 20,000 feet. I'm going to jump up to about 30,000 and kind of use, if I can use that as of course, Ash is in a hot air balloon at 50,000 feet. So, you know, when we talk about unpassive, and I'm going to key in on, I think, what you said, where people are just, and I sense it myself through some of the things I get in my YouTubes and some of the emails and the texts that I get, where people are a little frustrated, not as much as a lot of folks may seem. I mean, I've got some great people that have great mindsets, but still they're looking out going, yeah, this is the third 10-day extension. What's up with that? So let me start with that. And then I'm going to talk to folks, I hope about, and just stop me, because once I get going, you can stop me at any point. But the 10 days, I'm going to start with that, because we were expecting something to happen in the financial arena with an unpassive, which will open. When that happens, that opens a floodgate to the products and the allocations and a lot of other things. But we've got to have that finances done and in place, scaled and working correctly. Okay. So that's what we're working on right now. And the whole 10 days, Mr. Mufar expected that to be done quickly. So he gave us 10 days. Remember, there was one time a month or two ago, he knew it wasn't going to be ready. They gave us a free 30-day extension. Boom, 30 days. Here you go. Because we know it. He didn't say that, but it's because they knew they weren't going to have it done. When he expected to have it done within the 10 days, and you hit more challenges, and it goes past that, he says, not the first 10. All right, let's try another 10 days. Maybe we can. And so we're into a third day. But what I'm saying is the countdown, you can feel it getting closer. Now, Mr. Berks was talking about some of the products and how we're going to be able to use those in our business. And so I want to kind of flip that on the edge just a little bit and talk about one of the things to be successful in business that you've got to do, and ONPASSIVE has it in spades, and that's called customization, right? This is a category within products that includes mass personalization and adaptive production through a variety of methods, okay? And Mr. Mufar has talked about customization and personalization of these products. He uses us and the feedback, and that's how they do it, right? So what we're doing is saying, okay, in auto, this is the first one, auto personalization, AI can come in and analyze visitor data, right? Group that data into segments and the customers into segments and serve content to the right audience. This is, man, I mean, this directly speaks to our focused, targeted traffic for those folks that are doing this or getting their websites and they've got something to sell, i.e., I'm a reseller for ONPASSIVE. I want that auto personalization because I want them to target people that want what I'm selling. The second thing they're doing, and they're doing it in spades, is customer data, right? AI can use customer data like browsing, purchase histories, social media interaction, demographics, all these things to learn about customer needs and preferences. ONPASSIVE is bringing that power to you as a member of ONPASSIVE and whatever you're doing. Like like Andy said, if you want this product, OConnect, and you purchase it, bang, we're bringing that power to you on that platform. Or if it's ODomain or Ocademy, or oh my goodness, whatever you pick, we're bringing that power to you. Now, there's another thing that they're doing within all of this, and this directly talks about traffic, product recommendations, right? You've got to have all what I'm talking about to have big picture success in business. And with product recommendations, AI can use the customer data, session-based information, shopping history, third-party stuff, right? All to produce product recommendations, and they can correlate customer history and the behavior of your customer to anticipate the needs for product. So they're going to grow your customer base, and it's going to be targeted just like the traffic. They also use language and tone. And again, this is AI. This is the AI through machine learning that Mr. Mufar is developing and putting throughout the entire ONPASSIVE platform, but specifically in some of these products that we have and things that won't be a product. And what I'm specifically referring to there is like the chat bot, right? Because AI can help business communicate at scale in ways that feel personal to us as members of ONPASSIVE. I mean, man, when you start to think about the AI chatbot that we've got, it's emotionally intelligent, it learns as it goes, so it eventually understands my intent, what I'm looking to do, what I want to do by everything that I've done. It learns, right? Same thing with virtual shopping assistants. I mean, we got a whole e-commerce thing. We can be a part of that. Every one of us can be a part of that because the AI helps customers shop online by offering product recommendations based on what they've noticed. By looking at you, they assist with all sorts of things, sizing, and just all sorts of weird stuff that AI chatbots do and those assistants do, providing real-time customer support and streamlining all the stuff you do in e-commerce, which I'm not really familiar with. But there's also a personalized learning. And this is the kind of stuff that we can do with students through Ocademy, through OConnect, and even any online courses where AI can give a personalized learning route to tailored objectives or interests based on what they've done or doing and past knowledge. And ONPASSIVE's AI can adapt to a student's learning process and tailor sessions to their need. So everything that OnPassive is doing with the AI that makes them successful is aimed at helping you and me and Andy and anybody else that comes into OnPassive. That's a power that we automatically get. That's going to be a superpower for us because it is done for you, period. And that's good overview.
Indeed, thank you, thank you so much, Jeffrey. You know, this is broad and it's massive, guys. I really want to know what you think when they talk about the big picture. What do you have in mind? Drop a comment in the comment section. So Andy will continue to broaden on this big picture thing until everybody gets something, because you know, you earlier on you talked about the top 2%. I know that we've discussed this here so many times. However, there are new people joining us every day, and moreover, there are new people stumbling on our videos. So what is this top 2% thing, and what would it mean to us who are in ONPASSIVE, Andy?
Well, if you think about this a little bit as far as customers are concerned, you know, we have the capability to be able to, or we will have the capability to be able to add to our business. And for me, it's very important to be able to add to my business if I can do so. Now, at this precise moment in time, I have wasted a considerable sum of money trying to I have you know, market, because I'm not a marketer. And it is a considerable sum of money in comparison where others can't afford to market at all. So I've taken a separate route, a different route, and thought, well, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? My weaknesses are the marketing, but I'm pretty good at talking to people. So what if I were to you know, put lists together? Now, some people don't like lists. Personally, for me, it's being a Capricorn. I'm a list man, so I list everything. And the object for me is therefore to list every single person that I know on this planet, all of the connections I have within my email addresses, my Facebook connections, my YouTube, my TikTok, my Twitter. Okay, so you go, well, I haven't got any of those. Well, most people will be at least on Facebook. And what I tried to do on Facebook is look for potential friends or acquaintances that are involved in some form of marketing, be it affiliate marketing, network marketing, multi-level marketing, whatever. And be it right or wrong, I've, you know, sent a friend request. So I've maxed out with the account with 5,000 people, but now I have more people following the account. Yeah, and these are all people that are contactable. So so when we really go to town, I'm going to be able to contact all of these people individually. Now that's, you know, could take time, but at the end of the day, if I've got a number of clients and I'm encouraged to use one of the products, or at least registered so that they can have a look, ONPASSIVE will do the rest for me. As Jeffrey quite rightly said, the AI technology will look into everything and go, oh, perhaps this might fit. So here you go, have a look at this. Oh, that might fit. Here, have a look at this. So if I take on the task of speaking to every single person I know, I'm going to get lots of no's. I get that. I understand that. I have no problem with it. Water off a duck's back, as they say. But the beauty of it is that once ONPASSIVE has got 50 million customers, I'm going to have people coming to me to say, oh, I'm really interested in what you're doing. Can you tell me a little bit more? Here you go. Here's some information. So, you know, it's not that we have to do any selling or any recruiting, because there is none of that. It's not. I'm not recruiting affiliates. I'm not recruiting customers. I am sharing information regarding a business that is better than anything else I've ever come across. And if you went to a restaurant, you would do exactly the same. I went to a restaurant the other day, the food was fantastic. Yes, the difference is that that restaurant is never going to pay you a commission. ONPASSIVE will do that. So for me, the again, looking at the bigger picture side of things, it's a case of utilizing your strengths to the best of your ability. And if you don't have connections on Facebook, or you don't have a LinkedIn account, set one up. It doesn't cost anything to do. Set one up. Find new friends. Look around. Ask people but be you. The most important thing about it, and the one thing that winds me up about Facebook in above all else, and this is why I'm going to be moving across to ONET, is that people are not who they say they are. So be yourself. Never try and be something you're not. So once you've got this Facebook account, you can start getting people to talk to. And that's the name of the game. But you've also got your village, your school friends, your acquaintances from the pub, your golf club buddies. It doesn't matter. You've got lots and lots of potential people that you could talk to, and you bring it into a conversation. But believe me when I tell you that once you've got money coming in, they're going to ask you where it's come from. What are you doing? At that point, you are going to be in a very good position to be able to say, well, actually, I'm part of a company that does things for me. Here, have some details. You can do the same. Simple as that.
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much, Andy. So, guys, like Andy started earlier on, he says he knows that there are some people who hate lists. They don't like making lists. But then, good news, you don't have to. Because it goes back to yesterday's discussion, making of lists is a choice. Telling people about ONPASSIVE is a choice. So the big picture again remains the fact that 100% success guaranteed for you and myself. Some people might get to some level before the others, but nobody fails, you know. So coming back to this customization, Jeffrey, I thought that we should touch on it again, because when you said it, something came to mind. You know that ONPASSIVE is coming to free us from all forms of anything we've never liked at all. And so, yes, that's the truth. For those of us who are in it, that's what we're seeing. That's the big picture I'm seeing here, right? So people have their passions, no matter how much you make, no matter whatever you become a billionaire or whatever. There's that thing that lies deep down your heart, like me, that I badly want to do. So when you talked about customization, it came to mind. I'm saying so that if that's how you meant, you add more so that people will get to know what we are actually excited about, right? I have a big passion in my mind, and I'm just waiting that ONPASSIVE will finally give me that time, freedom and stuff, and I'll be able to do that thing. And the first thing I'm planning to do is that when our O-Create is ready, the first thing is I will customize this thing, create a website of it and everything about it. Go ONPASSIVE, give me all of those tools. I customize everything to my needs and all of those and send it out there so that it reaches everybody whom I am targeting with the thing that is in my mind. Was it something around that, if you understood me?
Well, yeah, absolutely. But let me back up and talk a little bit about what Andy was talking about, because he's talking about marketing. And ONPASSIVE has already said, look, 97% of these folks out there, they ain't making it, and they don't know how to market, and they don't know. Now, when we talk about marketing in business, we're referring to the process of identifying, understanding, and satisfying customer needs. That's what it is, right? And their desires for creating value and driving sales. ONPASSIVE's all about that. What we do to help us with effective marketing, like he said, is research and analyze customer behavior. You develop targeted messaging and campaigns, build a branding awareness, get these lists that you can send all this stuff to, leveraging channels like he was talking about with social media and advertising content, stuff like that. The ultimate goal of marketing is to create strong relationships with customers, differentiate the business, our business, from our competitors, and drive revenue growth by delivering some very compelling value propositions. ONPASSIVE, I mean, Mr. Mufara has been doing marketing for 25. The man is a guru. He's a genius. This is his wheelhouse. This is what he does. He knows marketing. So when we launch and do like you had said with Ill Create and all that, I am not going to market. I'm going to pay a few dollars extra and I'm just going to go do my marketing, do more marketing, because with the subscriptions, they do the traffic and the marketing for us. They do the branding, but I'm going to pay them to do some extra because I don't want to do it. Now, going with that, marketing is, and I'm glad that Andy touched on it, because that's one of the pillars of successful businesses today. The other one I'm going to talk about is finance, because a lot of folks are like, what's going on with the payment systems? Okay. And payment systems, they're not, they're not, they aren't just this little small, oh, let me give you a credit card, or let me, scan a card. Finance is also a vital pillar in what we're doing for success. It serves as a backbone for strategic planning, decision-making, and runs throughout operations, everything, right? It encompasses companies allocating all sorts of resources, managing risk, optimizing performance, budgeting, forecasting, accounting, funding, profitability. It's so much that you really can't expect it to be. Now, we have hit some real snags with it, okay? But having said all that, we just need to, take a breath and know that these things are happening in the background, even though there's a lot of us that are frustrated. We're looking, I don't see anything happening. It's happening, and we're moving ahead, even though we can't see it because we're not privy to the progress. Nor are we privy to the challenges. If you heard Mr. Mufara the other day, I don't know that I'd want to hear the challenges because it might really depress me. I like feeling good. So we just need to be understanding that we need to get the finances running, stable, and scaled before we can release more products and do the allocation and all of this, right? And we can't get this wrong, and Mr. Mufara knows this. Now, you originally started me up with passions and following our passions. Now, the beautiful thing about ONPASSIVE is they've got an entire ecosystem of products and services that are all AI driven. They're all automated. They're all integrated. They're all ready to work for us, and they are ready to roll out when the time is right. They're going to do it strategically. Now, I say that to say this, that whatever your passion is, if you just want to doodle, if you want to go to school, if you want to do webinars, if you want to teach at home, anything you want to do, whatever your passion is, we're going to have something for you that's going to offer you an opportunity to magnify your passion and go after it. Once you're in it and you're loving it, you'll have an opportunity to make money at it. And then you'll have an opportunity to share that with everybody around you. So that's why ONPASSIVE is opening up the ecosystem like they are, saying, come one, come all. We've got something for you. We've got an abbreviated internet here. Whatever your passion is, we're going to show you a pathway to follow it so that you can live in it, and then you can make a living in it, and then you can share it. So good on them.
Yes. Thank you. So, Andy, we should be gradually wrapping up on the note that all is still working as planned. It might have taken a few different courses and stuff, but we are still heading there and nothing has changed. Andy?
Listen, Jeffrey hit the nail on the head. At the end of the day, what we've got, they are working solidly in the background. Now, we're not privy to what's going on, and there's a reason for that. Unfortunately, we have a number of people within the organization, but a lot of these were early bird people that joined, that have created absolute havoc for the company. Now, I don't understand that personally. I don't understand that, but more to the point, we've also got a situation where we have to ensure that the payments coming in and going out are working perfectly. Just think, if you're taking 1 million customers on a day and each one of those customers is buying something, what happens if the merchants can't take the money or aren't going to, if there's a problem with making the payment or getting paid a commission, customers are going to go, oh, I've tried that. No, can't be bothered. It just creates delays and problems. So why not get it sorted out now first? That's sorted, then everything else will just follow suit and it'll go bang, 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 bang. Perfect.
Thank you. So last one from you, Jeffrey, please.
I guess, big picture wise, staying within the umbrella of ONPASSIVE with a big picture going forward, I would just really encourage people, get your heart right, get your mind right, and understand that this is happening. We are moving forward, and I'm expecting it, by the end of this month, we should be sailing in nice blue skies above us, and, a nice clip with the wind or wind at our back, or whatever, full sail, whatever you want to say. But if we don't have the right heart, then you're going to be focusing on things that are just going to give you grief, and it's going to amplify that grief, and it's just going to make you miserable. So instead, allow yourself a little bit of peace, just relax and breathe, and let Ash do what Ash does best with him and his team. We're moving forward. We're getting it done. He's getting it done. It's going to activate when it activates, and it's going to be right on. We do not want to hit the market with anything substandard, because if it crashes, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. So just breathe easy and know we're almost there. We're almost there.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you, Jeffrey and Andy, for always being there. Everybody's appreciating you. And of course, let's keep the fire burning, guys. Everything is moving as planned. And when we will land safely, and that would be it. We will never look back again. See you soon, guys. And of course, there's this 3 series of video or recordings that Jeffrey has made on his channel. You may want to have a look, because when you listen through those, then you find reason to appreciate ONPASSIVE, appreciate what people like Ash and his team are doing. That's so much education. Thank you for that, Jeffrey. So have a nice evening, guys, and see you soon. Bye.